the entire thing.
Yeah.
And I just really needed someone to come in and really do something very fun with the costumes, but he wanted the hair, the makeup, the whole entire show. And I think that's great that he gets involved, but I just needed something very colorful and different parts of the show.
So you design clothes with this stylist, and would
Yes.
you like to just maybe to launch a clothes line? Or
No.
something?
No. No, that seems like a very difficult job along with what I do. I don't think I would have the time. But I did design the outfits for this show, for our show.
Okay, let's talk about one of your passions, basketball.
My
You're a big
passion.
You're a big fan of basketball, especially the Lakers.
The Lakers,
And
the Magic, Orlando Magic.
and so you know that
Bulls.
what's his name? Michael Jordan is back.
Yes,
since yesterday.
I watched it last night. It was in French, but I still watched. Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought he was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. He's a god. He's a legend, and he will always be. And I mean, to be out for 2 years and to come back, oh, my stomach's growling, and to have 19 points, and I mean, that's amazing. After being playing baseball for 2 years and come back and he can't help but to be incredible. I mean, it's just something natural for him to me.
Are you friends with him?
We've met. Actually, the first concert he had ever gone to was our concert, was my concert, yeah. Yeah, we've met and spoken a couple of times.
Okay. So speaking of sport, your performances on stage are very intense, like an NBA game, let's say. And, so what sort of training do you do to be able to perform like you do?
As far as endurance-wise, well, I try to work out every day. My trainer travels with me. I ride about 25 miles a day on a bike, and I lift for about an hour and a half. I try to do that at least every day, if not six times a week, and the rest of the dancers, they do as well. So we have fun. It keeps you in shape. And even on show days, when you think, oh my God, this is too much work, or someone would say, how can you possibly ride for 25 miles and then lift for an hour and a half and shower and head over to the venue and start getting ready for the show? But it helps to give you more energy, really.
Where do you do it in Paris?
Where? In the hotel. In the hotel.
At the hotel. Oh,
yeah.
So it's inside cycling.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Because there are very nice places to bike. We have a forest in the west of Paris, which is called Bois de Boulogne, and you can cycle in the forest. And it's
well, that
really
might be
nice.
fun. Maybe I'll do that next time when we come back in April.
Okay. And you, apart from cycling, do you practice a sport?
No, I don't. When I was a kid, I was such a tomboy. Having 6 brothers, I was such a tomboy, and I played basketball. I was in the middle of it when they were trying to play that tag football. Oh, I was in the middle of that and climbing trees. But no, I don't. I never had time really, aside from that, when they were playing.
Soccer, no.
No soccer.
Okay. Who taught you how to dance? Is it Michael?
No, it's just something that I picked up as a kid, that everyone in my family did, just growing up. It's something we picked up.
Yeah, very interesting nose.
I think it's a toilet.
Paper walls.
Yeah, I think it's someone else with the faucet.
It's like, these cheap apartments on the deep suburb, and when someone is moving his fork in his plate, the neighbors upstairs and the neighbors downstairs can hear.
You can hear?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's awful. So speaking of dance, you've worked a lot with Paula Abdul on the choreographical aspect. Do you still have a relationship with her? Do you still work with her?
No, I don't see Paula. I haven't seen her I think last time I saw Paula was when was the last?
The wedding, maybe.
No, I didn't go to that. I wasn't invited to the wedding. So I never see her. I never see her. It's really strange because we were close. We were close when she was a choreographer. She dated one of my brothers, actually, and that's how I met her. And I encouraged her to sing because that's something she wanted to do. And then once she started The last time I saw her was at our tour, the Rhythm Nation tour. That was the last time I saw her. When she started singing, I never really heard from her again. And I missed her. I called her up one day and just said hi and told her that I missed her. But we really don't talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So normally each time you're in Paris, you go to the Louvre.
I try to. I love it. I love it there. Just looking at all the different paintings and it's wonderful. It's very, very educational. Very. So I was encouraging everyone, all the dancers, because we were here before, who hadn't gone, that they have to go. Excuse my voice, I'm just really tired. Who haven't gone, that they have to go, because it's amazing.
Is there one special thing which attracts you in the Louvre more than something else?
I would say it would be the different works of the artists, really, the painters. I mean, just the different styles, and they're each saying their own story, saying something different, and they're all incredible. It's just amazing.
Okay. Speaking of art, when you signed your deal with Virgin Records, Richard Branson said, "A Rembrandt rarely becomes available. When it does, there are many people determined to get it. I was determined." So how does it feel to be compared to a priceless painting?
That's very special. It really is, for him to say something like that. It's very special. And you can't help but to feel good. It's very kind of him.
Okay. I was told the other thing you like to do in Paris is to eat crème brûlée.
How do you know all of this? I love crème brûlée.
Yeah, are you a crème brûlée freak?
I love it, yes, but unfortunately, I can't have it. Well, at least not right now. I can't have it. Maybe on a special party day, because it's pretty fattening. I'll treat myself. That's a special treat once in a while to have crème brûlée. Yeah.
There's one thing we say in French to the women who are always scared about their weight and the shape.
Yes.
And he said something you eat. It's 3 seconds in your mouth and all your life on your butt.
Yes, that's it. That's it exactly. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to eat, and it takes a whole 3 weeks to get it off. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we could invent a crème brûlée light or something.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay. So another of your passions is Disney. Have you been to Euro Disney yet?
No, I haven't. No. I was actually, when it first opened, Jeffrey Katzenberg had invited me, but so a group of them went over, but I couldn't go at the time. I was just starting the film Poetic Justice and just preparing for the character, the role. So I wanted to go desperately, but I couldn't. But I'll get there. I'll make it there.
Okay. So here you are with a new album of remixes. So what's the story behind this album? Was it your idea?
To do the remix? Yeah, I mean, a lot of the fans kept telling me how much they love the remixes of all the singles, and just so many just kept mentioning it, bringing it up. So I just decided to do a remix album.
So what is your creative involvement on this sort of, say, technical aspect of the music?
Well, knowing that I wrote the songs originally, I think it's amazing how a remixer can take a song that's already existing and be so creative and make it into something totally different, and yet you fall in love with it. You love it, as opposed to saying, no, I like the original better. I mean, people, they seem to, and the kids are telling me how much they enjoy the remixes. And I've picked all the remixers, whether it's from me working with them before or listening to other artists' remixes and loving the work that they've done with those artists. And they do several different remixes, and I'll pick the ones that I like or call them and ask them to add or take away this or that, and they'll go back in and send it back, and we're both happy. They are and I am.
It seems it's more an American thing, the remixes, no?
A lot of the remixers are from Europe that I used, actually, so I don't know if it's really an American thing. I know we do love it in the States, but it seems like a lot of the remixers, not to say that we don't have remixers in the States, but a lot of them that I did use are here in Europe.
Mainly London.
London, yes, mainly London.
Okay. So these remixes are more club oriented.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a couple of slow things though, a
Mm.
couple of slow remixes.
And are you a nightclubber?
I love dancing. I love going to clubs. But everyone went last night. I thought no one was going, and the dancers and everyone that's here in Paris with us right now. After dinner, I thought everyone was going back to the hotel, so I did. Come to find out that they all went, and they were dancing till 3 in the morning, so I missed that. But we love to go out to clubs. I love to go out to clubs and dance and just have a good time. Life's too short. You have to enjoy it.
Do you have favorite dresses in LA or in London or in Paris to go dancing?
Dresses? What do you mean, like?
Dresses, places.
Oh, places.
Yeah.
There's a place in LA called Kingston, which is a reggae club, which is very nice. That's near home. There's a place that I was at in London. I can't think of the name of it, but it was more underground. Very nice, very nice. They played a lot of rap, a lot of R&B, and actually a rap act got up and did a couple of songs. It was very nice.
In Paris?
In Paris. What's the place? Douche?
Les Bains Douches.
Les Bains Douches?
Yeah.
That's where everyone went last night. So they said I missed it.
It's a bit down these days.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Everyone seemed to be there last night. A lot of, I know that it's Fashion Week here, yeah? It seems like a... So what's the place to go?
Comment s'appelle ce truc dans le 17e? Le Niels. Le Niels?
Niels?
Niels, it's in the 17th. It's Avenue des Ternes.
Niels.
Oui.
Nails?
No,
or
no.
Niels?
Niels.
Oh, Niels.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'll have to remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
For next time.
So when do you plan your new album with new songs?
Well, I've actually started writing already for the album since I've been on tour, but exactly when it's going to be recorded and come out, I haven't really thought about that just yet. It won't be long, not that long.
So after the end of the tour, you're going to take a little break, or
I have to do a couple of things, then go back into the studio.
Okay. So since the release of the album Janet, you show a slightly different image of yourself, a little bit more sensual and sexy. So what is your motivation behind it?
Basically, it's maturing, because like I told you before, all my life I've been a tomboy, and I'm pretty much a late bloomer, and slowly but surely, that feminine side of me has been coming out. I think the public got the chance to see it first with Funny How Time Flies on the Control album, which is kind of sensual. There was a lot of moaning throughout the song. And then with the Rhythm Nation album, Sunday Is Tonight. And just with this album, it pretty much, well, not the entire album, but most of the songs. When I did the film Poetic Justice, I used to be very shy, and it opened me up a lot. And that helped a great deal, too. And like I said, just maturing, just more the feminine side of me, which I never thought would ever happen, is starting to come out more. So that's the reason why. It's the way that I'm feeling right now in my life. And that's the way all the albums have been, whether it's Control, and when I had turned 18, 19, I was a teenager, and I did that album, and expressing my feelings, and then my views, and Rhythm Nation with the socially conscious issues, and then with this album, and how I feel at this moment.
Okay. And a very big question, a bit personal. Who's the guy who put his hands like this?
Those hands?
Yeah.
What do you want to know? His name?
Yeah. Who is he for you?
His name is Rene.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's your boyfriend?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. How long did it take to do these pictures?
Oh, not long at all. With Patrick de Marchelier, I love, he's wonderful. I did the shoot in Miami, and we shot all day outside in the sun. It was wonderful. And then the sun started to go down, so we went in the studio, and I never told Patrick about this idea that I had. I told him right then. I was very tired, and I said, I just want to do one shot. And he said, are you sure you want to do this? I said, yes. I said, it's something I really thought about, and I do want to do it. And he goes, okay. and we took a few pictures, and that was it.
So you're not too ticklish, so it was okay.
No, it was actually great.
I bet. Talking again about music, there's a rumor saying that you recorded a duet with Michael. Is that right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think it'll be out around May, something like that. Yeah, I did. It was great. We had a lot of fun. We've never sang together, so this is the first time we've ever sang together. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We reminisced, talked about when we were kids, and all the songs we used to sing when we were little. We had a wonderful time.
So it reminds you of the old days when you were 7 when you performed for the first time with all the brothers in Vegas.
Yes.
What memories do you keep from that particular concert?
What memories? Working a lot, doing 2 shows a night, every night, without a day off, for weeks at a time. I remember our tutor, Mrs. Fine. She's very ill right now, but I visited her just before I came out on the tour. She's like a second mother for all of us, and we couldn't go to public or private schools, even though we did have them, but she was the tutor. We worked so much, so we had to have a tutor for schooling. I remember going to school with all my brothers and sisters in her bedroom at the hotel, in her room, I should say. It was just a lot of fun. It really was. I didn't see it as work. Maybe because that's all I really knew, and when my brothers had become very successful, I was 2 years old, so that's all I ever really remember. So it was like normal for me, but as you get older, you realize that you really didn't have that much of a childhood, even though I had more than the rest of my brothers. Still, you didn't really have that much of a childhood, like to play with the neighborhood kids, and my brothers were my best friends.
Talking again about this duet, did you compose it together?
Yes, we did. Myself and Renee, myself and Michael and Jimmy Jam, the producers that I work with. Excuse me.
So it's going to be released on Michael's album or on your album? Michael's album. Yeah, around May. I don't want you to go too far in details. It's a bit of a secret, I guess.
Excuse me.
Do you want something to drink?
Yes, please.
So my grandmother was saying when you're coughing like this, you take milk, honey, all together, and you put a jogging. You don't say.
In a jug.
A cotton outfit. You're running in.
Oh, jog.
A jog, yeah, and you stay all night long like this.
A sweatsuit.
It's sweatsuit, yeah, and it makes you this beverage makes you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
This
beverage makes you sweat, and then next day.
You sweat it out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Roger. That's perfect. Thank you. Actually, it's not a secret at all. The name of the song is Scream, and it is on his album, which is a greatest hits album, but he's done a few new songs. It's a great album. I've heard it.
So like we said before, your performances on stage are much more than concerts. There are really big shows with dance and special effects and so on and so on. Do you think you could perform an intimate concert, let's say with a simple light, a mic, and just a few musicians?
I'd love to. I'd love to do that. I mean, kind of like an unplugged kind of. I'd love to do that someday. I think I will. I definitely will. That's nice. It's very nice. Very cozy. I'd love to do that.
You said you're dreaming to record a jazz album. So what's the latest about it?
I think that's further down the road, but when I was about 14 years old, I really got into jazz, like Miles Davis and Dave Brubeck and Chet Baker and Art Blakey and Ella Fitzgerald. It's always been in my heart. I think I will someday. I love also like Earl Clue and Michael Franks, that type as well. Very, very mellow, soft, very smooth. That's further down the road,
You
though.
like Michael Franks?
Yes, I do.
It's very rare.
Really?
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of interviews in my life. The first time someone talks about Michael Franks.
Oh, you're kidding.
Like an influence.
Do you like him?
I love it.
I love him. Popsicle Toes
Yeah.
and the Passion Fruit album. Oh, yes. I love him. I love him very much. I think I love listening. I never get tired of his voice. It's nice and soft, very smooth.
Great. Once again. So a few words about movie now. So you know that yesterday we celebrated 100 years of cinema. It was just yesterday
Oh, you're
that the
kidding.
Lumiere brothers did their first showing in France, in Paris, in the suburb.
Oh, gosh.
And what has been your first movie emotion ever?
Movie, I'm sorry?
First movie emotion. The first.
That really moved? That really moved me?
Yeah.
The first movie. Wow. That's hard. I can't really think. I can tell you one of the lasts, though. It was actually two. Schindler's List and Forrest Gump. It really moved me. I actually cried here and there. Forrest Gump. With Schindler's List, it was like I was holding back the tears the entire time. And then at the end, when they were showing the actual people that had been in the concentration camps, and that's when I lost it. And I couldn't stop crying. What an incredible film. He's an amazing director.
Philadelphia was very moving.
Very touching.
The last 15 seconds.
Oh,
minutes
my
were
God.
really
Very touching.
Yeah. Okay. Time. So, do you have any other movie project these days?
Yes, I actually do. When I finish it, I have a couple of things to do. Then I'll start That's actually it. Yeah, after the tour, but nothing that. Oh, it's probably from outside. Maybe a monitor. I think it's outside.
Yeah, it's outside.
Yes.
Okay, so this movie project, can you?
I don't want to say anything about it because anything can happen. Nothing's been signed, and things are liable to change. So, but yeah, after the tour, do another film.
Okay, so just a question about press, which put a lot of pressure on the Jackson family, and it didn't start yesterday. How do you deal with it?
It's very, at times it's difficult. At other times, you just learn to deal with it. I mean, it's something that comes with this business, with what we do. You can't let it get to you. There are times when you just want to break down and cry, but you have to be strong. You have to stay strong. Have rhinoceros skin. You have to be focused and keep your eye on that vision that you have. You can't let it get to you because it can tear you down. It can tear you apart. You can't let it do that. I mean, they're just words. They're just lies. With the tabloids and things that they say. And people can't believe everything that they read.
And all the...